This is a dirty introduction to Vassal. Go to vassalengine.com and click on Download, and click on the operating system that works for you. Download this program and install it, and it runs just like Microsoft Word. It shows up in your Start menu, and after it's installed, it looks like this. Okay, so it opens up, and when you first get it, it's going to be empty on the left hand side here. It remembers all the modules that you have in the game. You'll have to go to Tools and click on Server Status. That's something that I've done before. So you go to Tools and Server Status and slide this bar back and forth, and that shows you all the games that are currently online, all the people playing different games if you're looking for a specific game. So to play a game, go back to vassalengine.com and go to the module section. So most modules just have one piece to them called the vmod file, and this is the game itself. Some have extensions, and I'll probably get into that to a later mod, but you can look for, there's just hundreds and hundreds of games on here. But just to show you an example, on Memoir 44 there is the Vassal module itself, and then there's the extensions, so you can load different expansion packs, different scenarios, and things like that. So, going back to the Vassal module itself, you can put the module anywhere, but it's recommended that you create a folder anywhere called Modules. You click on Open Module, and then you just scroll to the module itself, and then you click on the module. Let's do this one just for fun. And there's so many different modules here, but we'll click on Forged in Fire. And the first time it comes up, it'll ask you for a username. You can type anything, and password. You can type anything for your password. The only thing the password is used for is to protect your moves from your opponent, so he can't look at your file. So if you click on Confederate and he clicks on Union, you both have separate passwords, so the Vassal program knows that there's a difference between the two. So to look online for somebody to play with, you just click on a line here. If you want to start a game which is solo, you just click there. So first we'll do online, and you will see that on the right hand side you can see anybody who's wanting to play there. And then you've got a main room here, like a chat room, and then you could make it a room name like this. So you automatically go down in here, and then your opponent will right click and select join that room, so he can join in there with you. So all the modules, you just click on File and go through. Sometimes it says New or Scenario. You select the scenario that you want. You pick a side that you want. Some are good for solo, some are USA and Confederate, depends on the factions. And you have a map. Your opponent, when he comes into the room and you have the map loaded, can synchronize to you by right clicking here. He can send you a message. He could wake you up like that, and he could also synchronize to you, which means he will see exactly what you're doing. So you're going through the menu at the top here. If you make a mistake in moving a unit, you can always back up here. This goes forward if you're doing a log, and I'll talk about that in a second. This is retire if you want to change sides. These are your unit boards, like if you want to hide something from the other guy, and these are protected by your password. You can roll die. You have battle boards. You can draw your units onto here to do your battles. And we'll go over there, flipping and things like that. You have markers, or that's the battle board, I'm sorry. You have markers, so if you need to mark individual units so the other person can tell what you're talking about, or what's being targeted, or what's being attacked. It's a targeting marker. Charts. A lot of them have charts. Some people don't like to have them. The available units, unavailable. I guess that's where the dead pile would be for this game. Notes. Some modules have notes in them. This is if you want to take a snapshot of the game to show your friends how badly you did or how well you did. Zooming in and out of the map. Custom zooms. Flipping units up and back and forth for so if we wanted to go back from here, we could just do that. This hides all the pieces in the map so you can kind of see what's underneath. And this is what clears your movement trail. I'm not sure if this one has it, but sometimes when you move in some games, this will clear the lines that show up on the board so your opponent can see where you just moved to. You can see that there are markers here to track. I think that's competence, Confederate caps, and Union caps. You can scroll around on the screen here, and that's pretty much a basic introduction to the game. It's all windowed, very easy. You've got units. You can double-click to separate, double-click to get back together. You can change the order by clicking on a stack there. You can use your, if you put your cursor over top of it and leave it there for a second, you can see all the units that are stacked together. You can click on a unit like that and just move your arrow key left and right, and that'll move its order in the stack. You want to rejoin it, double click it. If you want to do something to a specific unit, like take a hit, you could right click on it and select add step or lose step, and that'll change on the board there. And you'll notice this is a big stack to see, so let's move a couple by themselves. So if we lose a step here, that should go down to 3. And when we highlight that, that should show us a 3 now instead of a 4. So you can see how the firepower is reduced there. Double click together, and we can move, should be able to move as a stack. You can draw a circle around the stack, or a square, I'm sorry. Move from place to place, and that's pretty much how the vassal module works. You can also chat up top here. And then another thing you can do is save the game where it is. And if you save that game, you can bring it back up later on with all the pieces and all the notes in place. Another thing you can do is log the game. And this will track all of your movements. And it's so you can do all these things, move these units around, play somebody online, and then you can take that log file and then you can replay it back to other people to teach them the game, or you can kind of look for your mistakes, or just kind of review the game, what you thought of it and stuff. On the top right here, this is the controls for the public rooms here. You can disconnect from the server by clicking there. You can click on here saying I want to look for a game, or turn it off when you're done looking for a game. This means I'm away from the keyboard. There's a little X beside your name so people know that you're away. And that's the introduction to vassal use in Forged in Fire. It pretty much applies to any module though.